spend more than you make, do everything you want to do, money be damned. It's never, whether we had the money or we didn't have the money, it never stopped us from doing what we wanted to do.
Welcome back to episode 2, Advice from My Dad.
Yes.
If you're still listening.
Yes.
Which, if you are,
You should be.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
Pops.
Yes.
It is the new year, almost.
Well,
when you're listening to this, it's the new year.
It's the new year, but for us, it's really still the old year.
We're recording this at the end of 2020, which honestly, I think a lot of people that are happy that it's going to be the end of 2020 and we're into a new year, 2021.
Yes, I'm thrilled. Well, I haven't quite made it yet, but let's assume for a second that I actually do make it to January 1st. I will be thrilled to have put 2020 in my rearview mirror.
Yeah, as will most people.
Yes.
But Dad, one of the things that I wanted to talk about in today's episode.
Yes.
I want to talk about New Year's resolutions.
What about them?
Well, I know
Yes.
from having grown up in your household.
Yes.
You are a huge proponent. Honestly, when in the dictionary.
Yes,
if you look up
New Year's resolutions,
there's a picture of you with a middle finger pointed at it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you're not a big New Year's resolution guy.
Well, considering the fact that I'm 69 and I've never done a New Year's resolution, I'm pretty sure I'm not a big New Year resolutions kind of guy.
I was about to ask you, what was the last New Year's resolution you had?
That I would never, ever do a New Year's resolution.
So, in today's episode of Advice from My Dad.
And I've kept to my word.
So, I guess New Year's resolutions work.
Yeah.
You're a living testament to that.
I am, yes.
In today's episode, though, we're going to review the top 10 most common New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
And as we look through each of the resolutions, I want you to give your take on, if you buy into them, if you think they're, worthy for folks, if they're thinking about what their New Year's resolution should be, if you think they should pursue that.
Absolutely.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm excited for the first one.
Me too.
The number one most popular and most common New Year's resolution is to exercise more.
Yeah. And that is what continues to make health clubs profitable, because every year people make the New Year's resolution that they're going to exercise more. They go and join a gym or some health club. They sign up for a monthly payment that they're going to make. They show up the first 2 weeks of January, and then nobody ever sees them again.
Have you done this before? Are you speaking from experience?
No, I've never done it. It's kind of like they sign up and then they're abducted by aliens.
It is the most common New Year's resolution. I mean, the number of peers I have, especially at my age, it's like, all right, this is the year. I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna exercise. Well, losing weight's the second most common New Year's resolution. It's like the two go hand in hand.
You usually say that right after you finished a plate of holiday cookies. Okay, yeah.
Why you gotta take a fucking cheap shot at me?
I wasn't taking a cheap shot at you. I was talking about people in general.
But I ate all the holiday cookies.
Well, you did.
No, but I'll tell you, all of my peers, I've heard it from them. I've probably had it as my own New Year's resolution. I don't know. I think it's a worthy endeavor. The idea of, all right, I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to sign up for the gym.
Certainly a worthy endeavor. Yes.
I personally,
a worthy thought.
As someone who, back when the gyms used to be open and would work out, I hated the month of January at the gym.
Why? Because it was crowded for the first 2 weeks.
So crowded. The whole month. It's usually crowded for the month, and then you see this tapering off as you get into February.
Yes.
And it's just like, the barbells are in use. The benches are in use. The dumbbells are in use. Do you know what those things are?
Well, I know the dumbbells are the ones that signed up and then don't show up after the second week of January, yes.
All right, so in this episode and in this context of Advice from My Dad, you would say, don't worry about exercising more and losing weight as a New Year's resolution.
If you want to exercise more, but you don't need to make a resolution to do it. You just need to make a commitment to yourself.
Yeah.
And if you want to use the New Year's to say, okay, for the new year, that's nonsense. It's because you're going to sign up for the gym. You're not going to use the gym membership. Why don't just walk into the gym, hand them $150 and walk the hell out.
Is that the monthly payment or the annual?
Well, it could be it doesn't matter.
They get expensive, Dad.
Give them whatever you feel like you need to give them, so you feel like, well, you accomplished something.
So I guess is your takeaway here that if you want to commit to something like exercising or losing weight, you can do that on a Tuesday afternoon. It doesn't have to be on January 1st of a brand new year.
Yeah, you could do it any day.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, all right. The third most common New Year's resolution is to get organized. Mm-hmm. Does that sound about right?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that something you could benefit from?
Well, it's something that we all could benefit from, which is like Marie Kondo is the godsend of get organized.
For real.
Yeah. She is the one who has inspired this particular New Year's resolution.
Yeah. I think it's another worthy one. It's one that you should probably still be doing on that Tuesday afternoon. It shouldn't take the new year to inspire that.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're going to go through this whole list and realize that you could do it on any Tuesday afternoon.
Well, here's the deal. I want you to tell us which one you should do for a New Year's resolution from the guy who doesn't do New Year's resolutions. All right, number 4, learn a new skill or hobby.
I like that.
I'm curious, actually. At your age, do you feel inspired to learn new skills or hobbies? Because we're at such different ends of the spectrum, right? I'm 25. I'm starting a business that you definitely support and work as a part of. But like for me, that's my creative way to learn skills. And I picked up pottery last year.
You did?
Started to learn how to fly airplanes as a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel the need or want to learn new skills or hobbies?
You know, I was thinking maybe I'd take up bowling.
Really?
No.
Why? Why not?
I don't know. A new skill. I learn new skills all the time. They're the technology-driven skills that I've been forced to learn in order to partake in your business and this nonsense.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you consider replying to YouTube comments and viewer emails as a hobby? Because that's
I don't know that it's a hobby, but it's a want. It's a desire. It's if you know, I can't respond to all of them, but if people have taken the time, effort, and energy to write, I think I owe it to them to try and respond in either a positive or a negative way. But yeah, you know. So
we've worked on some of the negative responses.
Yes, we have, and you've trained me well. You know, but I am living testament that you can teach an old fart new tricks.
Yeah,
new skills. You know, I don't call them a hobby. I don't know that I really have hobbies.
Do you have a hobby? Watch collecting, is that a hobby?
Is that a hobby?
It's like a lifestyle.
Is it a lifestyle?
I can't afford it.
No, it's. I don't know what the hell it is, but I don't really have any hobbies. I've never been much of a hobby guy.
Yeah.
I guess the closest I ever came to a hobby was when I used to golf.
I was going to say play blackjack.
Well, that's not a hobby. That's a losing endeavor. But you know, when I played golf and then I turned my passion for golf into a
bankruptcy,
into a business that went bankrupt.
I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot.
That really was. That was really unnecessary.
You set me up for it when I turned my hobby
into personal bankruptcy. Sure. Yeah. If you ever want to learn how to blow your life savings, open a golf store.
Something tells me that could be a future episode on advice from my dad. How to recover from that.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. Very seriously, yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay, but Dad, learning a new skill or hobby, one of the most common New Year's resolutions, and it sounds like one that you fully support. Unlike losing weight and exercising more, like this feels like one that you more...
I just don't know what that means, but
sure,
everybody should do it. Yeah. You need to make a resolution that you're going to pick up a new skill or a hobby.
I like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to read Braille.
That's
so I can read books to people.
That's really nice.
Yeah, well, I guess you don't need to read Braille to be able to do that. I can just read the book. I think that's called audiobooks. Okay, there you have it.
Oh my.
Yes. Let's move on.
No, I think I want to stick on this topic a little bit longer. I want to understand.
Advice to your dad, move on. Oh, God. That was one of the stupidest things I ever said. Hell, they can already read the book in Braille. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty. Can I use the F word? That was pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. All right, Dad. It almost potentially as dumb as the 5th most common New Year's resolution,
which is
to live life to the fullest.
No, don't do that. No.
Yeah, just
wait,
do that.
just wait.
Just wait. Yeah, wait for next year.
Yeah, you should wait. Go ahead, just wait.
We talked about this in the other episode.
Yeah.
You gotta live every day like, like it could be your last.
Because, well, I hate to break it to people, it could be.
You really have no clue.
No, I used to always joke, I don't really drink a lot.
No.
And one of the things that I was always joke about is that, well, since I don't really drink a lot, I'll probably get run over by a beer truck when I'm crossing the street one day.
You know how much Mom hated when you would say that, but also found it funny?
Yeah, well, because she didn't want me to talk like
Because you
that.
want to get hit by a beer truck.
And I've avoided it for 69 and a half years, successfully, I might add.
Yeah, absolutely have.
I see a beer truck, I run the other way.
No, but I get it. You live your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
I mean, every day is an opportunity to live your life to the fullest.
Yes.
And you don't need to make that. That to me is that's it. That's not a resolution. That's
just a life choice.
Yeah. All
right. Number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Save more money and spend less money. That's
Bullshit.
Really?
Bullshit. Listen, I learned this during the Reagan administration.
All right.
Okay. It was called deficit spending.
Yep.
Okay. If it was okay for the government to spend more than they took in, then I saw no reason why that shouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I employed that my entire life. Spend more than you make. Do everything you want to do. Money be damned. It's never, whether we had the money or we didn't have the money, it never stopped us from doing what we wanted to do. What do you save? I joke to your sister, that I'm doing my best to spend your inheritance before you get it. Okay? What's the point of saving it?
Yeah.
It's the last time I checked, nobody says, oh, by the way, now that you're dead, what's the size of your checking account?
Yeah, and there's also, I think about our my great aunt, who, I don't know my aunt Doreen, she's so philanthropic.
Yeah.
She donates so much to charity.
Yes.
And I was talking to her last week, Dad. Yeah. And she was talking about to year end. So she, around holiday time, so she was sending out all of her checks. Mm-hmm. And she was telling me, she's like, why would I wait till I'm dead to give it away? I'm giving it away now.
I want the satisfaction of knowing that I gave it away and that somebody enjoyed it.
Yeah, whether it be to a nonprofit or to your family or even on your own, to yourself.
So save more money, spend less money. No, absolutely not. Spend more than you make. Don't worry about it. Hey, the government's about to vote on a $2,000 extra bonus for you today. So, what the hell? The money will come to you somehow.
Dad, this is the perfect time to pitch our new fiscal responsibility podcast called Saving Money, Retire Smart with Ray and Zach.
Yeah, and then what you'll find out is you'll never really be able to retire. But don't let that
You'll
stop
have a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll have more fun than you'll have money.
No, I actually really appreciate your advice here because I've grown up in this environment of internet celebrities and reading blog posts.
Yeah.
You got to save. And, and there's this fascination.
Okay, there's a fascination. I was fascinated by that myself.
There's a fascination with these people who, live these very spendthrift lifestyles and become millionaires by 30 because they've never spent a penny before. And it's I guess if that's what gets you off, then more power to you. But I think for the common man, you and me,
if that's good. If that's what gets you off, you need to make a resolution.
Number 7.
Yeah.
New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Quit smoking.
Well, that means you have to start first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. You're. I mean, when you were younger, you smoked.
Yes.
How long did you smoke, and what was quitting like for you?
I smoked from the time I was probably 16 till I was about 38 or 39.
Okay.
I smoked up to 3 packs a day.
That's disgusting.
Not only is it disgusting, it is. You have no idea how hard that is.
I mean, you ought to be always smoking.
Here's how it works.
I'm all ears.
The alarm clock goes off. You hit that button. You grab the cigarette. You grab your lighter, and you light up your
before your
cigarette.
coffee.
Yeah, before anything. Then you take that cigarette that's dangling from your lips and you go take a leak. Okay? then you think about having a cup of coffee, and as soon as that first cigarette's getting ready to burn out, you light up the second one.
That's gross.
Okay? Do you know the last thing you do at night?
Let me guess.
Okay.
count your blessings.
No, you take a leak, light up one last cigarette, okay, and you smoke that in bed, and you hope to God that you don't drop any ashes on yourself, and then you go to sleep to start that all over again the next day.
So you did that for 20 plus years.
Yes, I did. And then your mother said, really, we're going to try. We're trying to have children. We really should quit. And we went to Smoke Enders, and they said you need to pick a quit date,
okay.
which to me was like, okay, let's see how long we can put this off.
Yeah, of course, because you were addicted.
Yeah, we are addicted. And I remember one Sunday I was at the golf store with my buddy Bobby Cohen, who came out to Arizona with us when we opened the store to help run it, and I'm packing down a fresh pack of Marlboro menthols, and Bobby said to me, he says, "I thought you were quitting." I said, "Well, I got a quit date." He says, "Yeah, but I thought you were quitting." I said, "You know what? My quit date's right now." And I crushed a fresh pack of cigarettes. They probably like $3 a pack at that time. Today, they're probably $10 a pack.
Yeah.
And I threw them out.
Yep.
I went home and I told your mother, I said, "You're going to be so proud of me. I quit smoking today." And your mother looked at me and she said, "That's it. You never want to do anything with me." I said, what are you talking about? She says, "I thought we were quitting together." I said, "I thought the point was to quit." She goes, "We were doing it together." And just to bust my chops, your mother kept smoking for 2 months after I quit, and she would smoke in front of me all the time just to drive me crazy.
Yeah, but eventually Mom quit as well.
Yes,
right?
she did, and then and the reason we were quitting is because we were trying to have children, and apparently, not lighting up that cigarette is what allowed Mom to get pregnant with Dara, and then you, and so if you're looking to have kids, quit smoking. If you want to put off having kids for a while, keep smoking.
No, Dad.
You shouldn't start smoking at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think that's well. Thanks for sharing your story.
Yes.
Also, my gears are spinning. We're definitely going to do some episodes about having kids and family and stuff like that on the show.
Yeah, I can give you advice about that.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, this is
I'll teach you how not to make the bathwater too deep, just in case you get tempted.
But in this case,
yes,
I think one of the takeaways from your story right there, is that to quit smoking doesn't need to be a New Year's resolution. It's when you decide, you can put a quit date, which could be Jan 1st, or it could be right now in this moment.
Yeah.
And regardless, it can comes back to you and your decision.
Yes, it comes back to you and your willpower.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
that's really interesting.
I decided that little cigarette wasn't going to have that much power over me anymore.
Yeah, and considering how addictive they are and the chemicals in them,
and I quit cold turkey.
That's crazy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Because like every 3 minutes I wanted a cigarette. And the worst part was about a year or a year and a half into it, I would literally have dreams at night where I was smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
Okay. And I would wake up in the morning, I would be so mad at myself because I started smoking again. And then I realized, no, I only smoked in my dream.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the addiction to cigarettes is really pretty heavy.
Did you ever use other nicotine products?
I tried Nicorette one time.
Oh, is that like the gum?
Yeah, and that had so much nicotine in it, it made my heart want to jump out of my chest. So I quit that shit before I quit smoking.
And do you have any, like, now that you're 69, 30 years later, do you ever miss it, or?
What, cigarettes?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's good for people to hear because you could be in that.
If I still smoked, I'd probably have one hell of a cigarette lighter collection instead of a watch collection and a sneaker collection.
Advice from my dad: sneaker edition. Stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah. If I don't get a check from Adidas, okay. There's something wrong once we do that episode.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I might not be any Donovan Mitchell, but damn it.
Donovan Mitchell, wow. You went for he's not an A-tier player in my opinion. He's kind of like in that.
Well, he is in Adidas' opinion.
Yes, sure.
And so maybe we'll need to do an advice from my dad's signature series sneaker.
Maybe we'll get Donovan Mitchell on the show.
I doubt it, but we could try. We could make that a New Year's resolution to get Donovan Mitchell on the show.
All right, number 8, Pops.
Yeah.
Spend more time with family and friends.
Yes, spend more time with family and friends. That doesn't need to be a resolution. Spend less time at work, spend more time with family and friends. Prioritize your life.
Yeah.
What is that I put on my Twitter handle or some handle? I spent all my life working. I missed life, and now I'm going to live life.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you share kind of what happened for you pre-retirement and post-retirement, like how your perspective changed? I just have these very vivid memories. My dad moved from Maryland down to the Jersey Shore at the beach, and I remember the first time I saw him after he had been there for a couple months, he just like looked like an entirely different person, had a totally different demeanor, and it was really telling to see how different you were when you were not
Relaxed.
working as much. Yeah, relaxed. Yeah,
When I was relaxed and well tanned and
super well tanned.
Yes.
Wear your sunscreen.
Yeah, well, I never did. Man.
But on this show, you recommend that people do?
Absolutely, because some of my best friends are dermatologists, and I believe every word Barry's ever told me. I just forget it when it's time for me to go out in the sun. But
at least you're honest.
yeah, work is important. Work for me was important because I made a commitment to your mother and to our family that it was my job, regardless of how bad things ever were, to figure out how to provide for her and you guys.
Yep.
And so that became my driving force in life. And then after your mother passed away, you kids were self-sufficient, and my desire to spend 12 and 13 hours a day at the automobile dealership was diminishing quickly. And life is much better not working so hard. You need to find the time so that you can participate in your children's lives as they're growing up, and participate in your spouse's life as you're
together,
navigating life together.
Yeah, no, that's really well said.
Yeah.
Number 9, Pops.
Travel more.
Yeah, what do you feel? How do you feel about this one?
Well, we always did.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether we could afford it or not, we always did. Whether it was 4 or 5 days up in Lake Tahoe, or a week at the Jersey Shore, or a week or 2 weeks in San Diego.
Yeah.
We always managed to travel.
Yep.
Because you need to experience different things in life, and that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think being exposed to other cultures, other ways of doing things, different cuisines, it's all
listen, you were last year at this time, you were getting ready to go to Australia. You were in New Zealand. You were getting ready to go over to Australia. You were going to spend New Year's Eve in Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay, and
that was such an awesome experience. I was hanging out with these girls that I met from the Netherlands, and it's just like you don't get that experience if you don't seek it out and you go and you travel, and it opens your eyes a bit. Yeah.
What did we do? We drove cross country this year.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Saw parts of the United States I'd never seen before.
Yeah, and saw some hotel rooms I'd never want to see again. But but that's part of it.
Yeah, I think it's a worthy. That's a good resolution.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and the 10th and final, most common New Year's resolution, Dad.
Yes.
Read more.
Yes, become better informed. Read more. Whether it be books, whether it be magazines, whether it be newspapers.
Could even be Braille.
But read more. Be a better informed, more informed person. It makes you much more well-rounded and allows you to have quasi-intelligent conversations with others.
Emphasis on quasi for both of us.
Well, for me in particular.
All right, so let's put each other on the spot. What was the last book you read?
I read the book about Robin Williams when I first got my Kindle that your sister gave me.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool.
And I started reading a book about Mel Brooks that I'm probably halfway through and will perhaps never finish. But that's besides the point. Although he was a funny man.
There's this book that I've been reading for the past probably 2.5, 3 years, off and on.
Yeah.
It's called Gödel Escher Bach, GEB, The Eternal Golden Braid. Dad, it's this book. I mean, it is thick. Like,
Yeah.
it's like 1,000 pages, and I don't understand any of it.
Yeah,
And
but you keep reading it with the hopes that you will.
if I finish it in my lifetime,
Yeah.
I'll feel so accomplished.
Well, good for you. So, what's the last book you read?
I think it was the startup playbook book that I'm reading, or that I did read, and I've been like referencing frequently as we've gotten Your Auto Advocate off the ground. It's got a lot of like really good anecdotes from other founders, and has been really helpful.
Well, cool.
I want to read more nonfiction and not as much like business related stuff. But
Well, that would be good. Broaden your horizons, young man.
thank you, Pops.
You're welcome.
All right, so your take on New Year's resolutions are,
Forget them.
but your take on this list is,
There are things that are on that list that are important. Just do them.
yeah, I think that's really well said, Dad.
Yeah, you don't need to make a resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got something.
I don't want to be like Nike, but just do it.
You want to send an invoice to Nike or Adidas? Pick your poison.
I'm going with Adidas because those are the shoes I wear all the time.
All right, Pops. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Zach.